showing her chest and at one point taking off her pants, exposing and touching her cucaracha. Throughout the recording, she
what the
constantly
fuck
looks
is
over her
this?
shoulder.
Fuck it though, bro. It's your life.
Wake up, filthy.
Completely lost themselves to their own horniness. A mindless, hedonistic dopamine fiend that lives only to edge, only to goon. Gooning, as it should.
I know you looked how I looked at the chat. Nick, you just said, "Little bro, I'm not watching this shit. I'm not watching this shit, no." Nah, bro, nah, cause you knew I looked at the chat after seeing that shit.
After all, if every waking
Why
hour
you
of your
suggested this
day
shit to
is
me, though?
spent in a lustful haze searching for the next nut, you're bound to run into trouble. And in fact, many people have gotten into some deep shit because of their gooning addictions. To a court judge caught with their pants down, bricked up policemen getting busted, and salacious students getting exposed, today we'll be looking at various cases of how gooning can ruin your life.
What?
The gooner police officer. If you've ever been to any corn websites, you've encountered the trope of the horny cop. A fictional scenario where a cop pulls over a rather conveniently aroused woman and maybe she offers to blow the guy to get out of a ticket. We all know the trope. Now, while I'm sure something like this has happened in the real world, all the people in these videos are adult entertainers,
not say that nigga.
and nobody is actually getting
Don't say
pulled
his name.
over and is a cop.
Don't say his name.
Well, with the exception of this one instance.
Don't say his name,
I'd
bro.
like to introduce you to the gooner cop, Sean Herman. This
Jesus.
bricked up law enforcement officer was so terminally titulated that he participated in one of these horny cop style videos.
What?
But he was actually a cop and was actually on the clock when he did it.
Told you were going too fast. Nobody listens to me.
I'm not gonna get a ticket.
How do you think that you're gonna get a ticket?
I'm gonna show my.
No, you're not.
Watch me. Just watch.
What?
I'm Officer Jones, MPD.
In May of 2024, numerous media outlets came forward alleging a national police officer by the name of Sean Herman had appeared in a sexually explicit video online. A video published by an OnlyFans model. Really giving my city a great name, Herman. Now, if Sean was doing all of this in his free time, perhaps it wouldn't have been a problem. But
we will all do this, bro.
Was fucking around on the job.
Everybody.
A report from News Channel 5 Nashville dove into Sean's history and exposed his illicit gooning misadventures. The article details Herman had been featured prominently alongside a large-chested OnlyFans model named Jordan, with the officer reportedly groping her breasts.
I'm vibrating in my room
while dressed in a Nashville PD uniform. And my tax dollars paid for all of it.
Pay for that OnlyFans subscription. Hell yeah, nigga. I'm all up in that shit.
No.
Alright, well I got you going 65 and I'm 45 back there, okay? Do you have your license or registration on you?
I actually don't have it in this car, but
I like the view though. The view cold.
And she pulls her girls out and he grabs and rubs on them. And
hell
is how
bro.
the rest of that goes. It's a classic setup. Folks online angry with the video potentially having an on-duty cop manage to ascertain where the deputy feature worked. After Sean accidentally showed part of the Nashville Police Department logo,
why not just get a fake?
Shoulder popped into frame.
Why not get a fake one, bro?
Also briefly shown in the video as well.
That nigga was too horny to be thinking, and why would you use a real one? Why would you use a real one, bro?
If you look closely on the
she was
hand corner, you'll see
she was 17. She was 17. How old was he? Well, it doesn't really matter, but how old was that nigga? You know, it doesn't really matter. He was still in the wrong, but he was still in the wrong. It don't really matter. But I just want to know what the fuck, how? Probably like 30. How old do you got to be to be a cop? Cause you gotta be like at least 30, or at least 30, maybe 25. Nah, fuck. She was 17. God damn, bro. God damn. Messing with a mind. You gotta be in your 23s. Nah, he definitely was older. He definitely was older.
the officer's shoulder.
18 to 21, you can be a cop. Okay, so 18. So that means
he got to stop and frisk an OF model, but with misconduct allegations coming,
that means he was.
The man soon found.
You have to be 21 years old to be a cop. Okay.
Hands-on investigation. After being identified as the booba-grabbing policeman, Herman was subsequently investigated and fired.
He don't look like he got no remorse,
In
bro.
response, a police representative named Don Aaron stated, "That was one of the most outrageous, disrespectful acts that a person here could do. By disrespectful, I mean to all the Metro Nashville Police Department employees and this agency."
Why was he rubbing her dog? Like, bro, niggas is crazy, bro.
Sean's firing at this time, there were some online curious to know what Jordan, the OnlyFans chick, thought about this situation.
Nothing. She don't
how
give.
the
She don't give a
infamous
fuck.
video came to be in the first place. These questions would be answered when Outkick, a sports-oriented news outlet, decided to interview the woman over direct messages. When asked about how this came to be, she said, "I met the officer a while back in person for a few moments, and one day he saw me on Reddit and reached out about potentially..."
What is your old ass doing on Reddit? You a police officer, nigga? What is you doing on Reddit, my nigga? What are you doing on Reddit? What are you doing on Reddit?
Filming a full video. What
are you doing on Reddit?
Obviously, we've all wondered if flashing cops would get you out of tickets, right? Every guy /
Nah.
has joked about it. But I thought it'd be
Nah.
funny / playful.
Nah, bro.
The OnlyFans content creator elaborated that the clip was only filmed as a promotional stunt in an effort to boost her popularity, with it only ever being posted to her Twitter and Reddit accounts. She made it clear that there wasn't a longer cut of it as many assumed, because, you know,
Why not?
like a fuck
Why
with
just
people
stop
that
doing
did this
OnlyFans,
video.
bro?
Missed opportunity, I guess. Jordan continued more, saying that she hadn't expected for anyone to
Are going
piece
to
together
lock
where
her
Sean
chicken
worked
jockey
and felt
scene?
bad
Chill,
about
bro.
what had happened. The well-endowed model also said that in light of Sean's firing, she had given the Gooner cop a month's worth of salary as a show of good faith, adding that she
What?
thought he would do well in the adult film industry.
What?
I'm sure that's the last thing bro wanted to hear at the time.
What?
And things only got worse for Sean Herman, as the Nashville Police Department made a statement giving an update on the matter at a later date, confirming that the gooning incident would in fact be a criminal matter. In the statement, Nashville PD confirmed that Herman had not just been in uniform at the time of the video's filming.
Why the nigga that is talking right now? Why he low key look like Johnny Sins if Johnny Sins had hair, bro?
But was actually
And like
on
more of
duty
a like,
during
am I
the
tripping?
groping. Because of
No,
this,
not
he
Johnny
was
Sins,
arrested on
PewDiePie.
felony charges of
He look like
misconduct, with his
PewDiePie a little
bond
bit.
being set at $3,000. Later in August, News Channel 5 Nashville once again
look like
reported
PewDiePie a
on the
little bit. You
absurd
look do
case
like
and
PewDiePie.
gave final
That's who I'm
details
thinking of.
surrounding the resolution of this whole ordeal. In their article, they revealed Herman had posted bail and managed to avoid serious
We all
jail
applying to be a
time, though
gooner
his
cop?
police
Chill, bro.
certification was suspended.
I was about to
Because of his
say, yeah.
participation in this brain-dead gooner stunt, Sean Herman's police career is most likely over, if not extremely damaged. When participating in an OF Models promotional video as an on-duty policeman gets you fired, it's a great example of how gooning can ruin your life. Something else that could just
What her
as
parents
easily
said though?
ruin your
You
life
17
is
years
having
old. Where your
identity
kid?
stolen.
I mean, where your
As you're
where your
watching this
mom?
video right now, your full name, email, phone number, home address, and
Oh,
date of
hell
birth
no.
are likely floating around on the web, and you have tales showcasing the darker elements of gooning.
Goonicide.
Telling the harrowing story of goonicide.
No, it's not funny, bro. That shit was low key. I was like, damn, bro. What is no? Okay, this nigga was weird. This nigga was weird, bro. This nigga was insane.
When a man is
This nigga was so
gooning in
weird.
Public, the online
He was so
becomes
weird.
Too much to bear. The story of the goonicide.
Ghost of the
all
Goon,
begins on
bro.
January 8th,
Yes.
2025 in the drive-thru of a Bikini Beans location in Tempe,
I remember that
Arizona.
shit. Yeah.
For those unfamiliar with the establishment, Bikini Beans is a chain of coffee shops with a gimmick similar to Hooters or Twin Peaks. Think mostly young.
I ain't gonna lie. If you go here, bro, you a weird. You a fucking weirdo. You a weirdo. I ain't gonna lie. It's the same thing with any other what's the name. You literally going to a food place. Whereas you a little weird, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. You a little weird,
dressing
bro.
up and revealing outfits, cleavage showing, cheeks peeking out. You know, they serve coffee
That shit
wearing
crazy,
bikinis.
bro.
Can we get one of these in Nashville?
Now,
That
as you
shit
might
crazy,
expect,
bro.
with an establishment like this, it's a hot spot.
I don't even
for
think
gooners,
Hooters that
and
is
some
Hooters that
people try
bad,
to
bro.
take advantage of the
I
fact
never
that
went, bro.
half-naked women are in abundance
That
and
shit
are
crazy.
being paid to serve you. Creeps have been a problem in this industry for years, with many notable cases of
Okay.
Hooters waitresses
Yeah.
getting groped and sexually assaulted by handsy
Hooters is
clients.
that bad.
But the case
Hooters,
here
my
with
fault.
Bikini Beans
Hooters is that
different,
bad. It's
as
that
it
bad.
involves a man actually
Hooters-
pulling up to the drive-thru in the
Hooters is shutting down.
middle of what appears to be a full-blown gooning and edging session.
Hi, how are you? Good. Have you been here before?
Yeah.
Sir, you need to leave. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Call 911.
Yo!
With his dick and balls on display, this diabolical drive-through degenerate indecently exposed himself to this
Oh my
woman for
God.
sexual gratification to satisfy a twisted kink.
Did he not notice the cam when she was coming out?
Doing so, realizing this, his smugly cheerful expression is
He died
one
afterwards, bro?
of intense fear. Being caught
Oh yeah, he did die.
he sped off. Regret hitting him like a sobering rush of post.
Hey, but nigga, you chose that shit.
By the employee was
You chose that.
and went viral due
They
to
shouldn't have.
shocking and
They shouldn't have
baffling premise.
recorded that nigga, but he
Discussed it
should.
garnered tens
He
of
shouldn't have did that
thousands of
shit.
likes. In many ways,
Rosie
the
emoji.
incident
Nigga, send me that fucking $2 and my shit start lagging. Some unemployed nigga fucking with my internet. Nigga don't got a job. I'm talking about where your income at. Oh. He had a wife and kids. Oh, I did remember that. But look though, let me explain something. What I think he shouldn't have did it. He has a wife and kids, right? But he, instead of, he not even thinking of them, the nigga was just so horny that instead of thinking of his wife and kids, he went to by the way, he went there of his own choice to look at girls and stroke it when he had a wife and kids. Nigga said it's the Xfinity, yo. Chill, bro. He had a wife and kids, and he chose that. He chose that life, my nigga. He chose that life. I know he had a wife and kids. I seen the thing, bro.
Fully embracing one's hedonistic desires.
Remember that dude in Philly who gooned on that girl leg?
No matter the consequence. It was a humorous little viral moment, but
yeah, bro. Yes.
Who actually was this now infamous pantsless individual, and what happened to him? Well, the answer to that question was more tragic than anybody could have expected. On January 13th, 2025, just 2 days after the Bikini Beans Gooner video was initially posted, a screenshot from a local Facebook group surfaced, claiming that the man featured in the video had actually offed himself after being caught and exposed for gooning in public. And this was no baseless meme
That shit
or
crazy,
rumor.
bro.
It was actually true, and
Like, bro,
police
what
had
the
become
hell,
involved.
bro?
As it turns out, the man was a
I might have to
27-year-old
blur
named
chat when I
Nautica
post this.
Malone, and he surprisingly had a wife and family. A TMZ report gives greater detail on the timeline of
That shit
events.
crazy,
The
bro.
report claims on January
We all
8th,
using this
Malone had
method?
pulled
Yo,
up
yo,
pantsless
shit,
to the
no,
drive-thru at Bikini
no.
Beans. An
This is
employee
not a method,
suspicious
bro.
of the nudity told a manager.
This is
Staff
not the
alleged
method,
that
bro.
Malone had
This
even
method
begun
ass.
masturbating inside of his vehicle.
Ass.
So it seems like they kind of knew something was up beforehand, which explains the filming. As far as I'm aware, the first instance of the video itself being posted to the web was on January 10th.
Why would he even do this if he had a family? That's what I'm saying. What the fuck is you? Why is you going to like places like Hooters
Avondale, Arizona,
and other shit just to?
by gunshot to the head? Malone would later be found dead in his vehicle, which was parked in the lot of the Tullison Crossroads shopping plaza. Police body cam footage shows deputies investigating the aftermath.
Sir, please just stay over there.
Keep an eye on him. I'm gonna check for a pulse. It's already
That's
popped
crazy.
back, so it looked like it.
That's crazy.
One bullet. Yeah. Okay. Hey man.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie, bro. What they shouldn't have did was put him out on camera. What they shouldn't have did, they should have just confronted him like by himself, right? And not put him on camera. I don't want to like be like, oh, like he wasn't in the wrong for like going up to these and stroking this shit, cause like yeah, damn. You know what I'm saying? They did it for their safety though. No, for their safety. Yeah. They did it for their safety, so it's low key his fault. I'm just saying like you can't. That's what I'm saying. I don't want niggas to think I'm like, you feel me? Cause he died, so it's low key a little serious. But they should have definitely like.
I apologize. I love you, Queen. I made a mistake and don't think I'll be able to face you and the babies. I don't know why I drove through like that. My mental has been fucked up. I'm not a monster. I apologize and I love you forever. If I am in
Bro, just stop, bro. What is you talking about? Y'all forgot. No. I need something to get it. Y'all too young. My bad.
Condition, please pull the plug.
I can't break it down
The
to y'all,
news
bro.
of Nautica Malone's death
Y'all
broke
niggas
the
a little
internet.
too young, bro.
Many mourned the man's passing, though considering the circumstances leading up to his demise, it should
Y'all
come
a
as
little
no
too young, bro.
surprise that gallows
Y'all niggas don't
humor
get it,
was
bro.
rampant, with many internet users referring to Nautica's Malone's death as a goonicide. And if I'm being honest, while it is extremely tragic,
Oh shit, fuck. Hold on. Them poor kids, real shit, bro. Real shit, bro. That's what I'm saying. Obviously, yeah, they could have definitely recording was a good idea, so he can get exposed,
and
but
saddening, I can't be too upset at people for joking about
feel
what
me?
happened here. You know, considering the whole pulling up.
I can't blame them for recording.
Out to a place with half.
But if they did want to like,
Lyles, the owner of Bikini Beans, certainly wasn't afraid of.
If they did want to,
for his employees, even in the wake.
If they did want to, like, invert this.
Unfortunate and tragic situation.
Giving coconut money so he doesn't have to get a real JB. Heart emoji. Adhesive bandage emoji.
This very seriously.
Thank you, man.
Committed to protecting our team and maintaining a safe and respectful environment.
See, that's why I think the recording was a good idea.
Somewhat of a positive ending, at least.
Yeah.
As positive of
but
an ending you could hope.
The
for
recording did get
like
that nigga up out of there,
Towards
bro.
the end of January, it was announced that internet users and fans of the originally shared viral video would be holding an impromptu funeral-style remembrance event
the Gooner
Malone outside the Bikini Beans coffee shop. Where
okay, see, look, bro.
Thank
you for the $5, bro. Appreciate it.
Against the idea, characterizing Malone as a sexual criminal, it seemed like at this point, after everything that had transpired, most felt Nautica Malone had
a Gooner rule, bro.
That
shit crazy. That's a little fucked up. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a little fucked up. That's a little fucked up. That's a little fucked up. See, this is what I mean. I didn't mean for them to like go. The problem I had with it is that they went public. You feel me? And then, like, now you know how TikTok is. That's what I'm saying. They went public with it. They could have recorded it. Cool. They went public with it. And now niggas is doing shit like this. Imagine seeing your dad off himself, right? You feel me? And niggas is having a gooner roll. Her ass, that's fucked up. That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up.
The Gooneral had dozens in attendance.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Yes, what he did is bad, but that's fucked up, bro.
Cautionary tale of the dangers of reckless gooning and
damn,
what it can lead to.
Damn, that's fucked up.
The library.
That's crazy.
Gooners. In the era of OnlyFans, you often see women posting online these provocative publicity stunts to social media, attempting to draw people into subscribing to their pages so you can see.
It's crazy. Most of them people there probably be stroking their shit way more than that nigga.
Promoters in the replies of their posts on Twitter.
Was that Sophie Rain?
Being like, bruh, have you seen the Starbucks girl video? Have you seen the Spider?
Nigga said, Coco, we going to hell. Hell no, bro.
They'll just post stuff like the cop video we discussed earlier. It's obnoxious, but believe it or not, before
remember the dude in Philly who going on that girl leg kill? Yeah. Then you already asked that.
To the case of Library Girl, a woman who gooned in a public library for attention.
Are we serious?
To be later put in handcuffs, and not ones for like BDSM roleplay. Late January 2015, there was a gooner on the loose. Witnesses were coming forward, claiming that someone had allegedly filmed a sexually explicit video in a college library. News outlet The Oregonian reported
niggas can't like
was recorded at
hold in they lust.
University.
God damn, bro.
During the fall semester, the public scrambled to identify the perpetrator. Upon the discovery of this rogue gooner at large, police got involved. While they likely expected the culprit to have been some homeless crackhead that was using public library Wi-Fi to jerk off, they were surprised to find it was actually a young female student named Kendra Jane Sunderland. According to Oregon State University,
she just looked like she do type of shit like that, bro.
Native who had been studying human development and family science at
no shit.
school.
No
Kendra
shit.
was also an aspiring adult film star. She recorded herself in an isolated area.
You in college, right? Getting your degree and shit, but you want to be a film star? You in college, getting your degree, and you want to be a film star? Sure, man.
Area of the library, covertly gooning for approximately 30 minutes, and was apparently live streaming her performance to a small audience on an internet campsite. The video features the woman slowly undressing herself while sitting at a library desk, showing her chest and at one point taking off her pants, exposing and touching her cucaracha. Throughout the recording, she constantly looks over her shoulder to see if anyone was coming, but it turns out only she was. The scandalous study session turned sex act concludes with Kendra getting up and walking away from the scene of the goon.
The scene of the goon, bro.
But her live-streamed video left a snail trail of guilt that couldn't be wiped clean.
What?
As
She was live streaming it?
The internet is forever. The library stream was recorded, shared, and quickly went viral, with the university obviously getting outraged that their prestigious reputation was now affiliated with a potential sex criminal. Kendra would be vigorously probed.
Why?
Watched her video. Their investigation led to her eventually being detained. As a result of her library rubdown, Kendra Sunderland was arrested and was facing over $6,000 in fines and jail time for public indecency. Local news outlet KOIN actually went to the
niggas really live streaming them gooning, bro.
What had happened with her, but were met with a note on the door stating that she was refusing to talk. Unable to enter the Gooner's lair, they then went to interview Steve.
Niggas said, "Where can I find it?" Oh, fuck no.
OSU official who strongly condemned Kendra.
He said, "Where can I find it, bro?"
Public indecency. What you saw in the
hell no,
interviewers did not see. Were acts by an individual that were indecent and conducted in public.
Steve reveals towards the end of the report that the woman was banned from campus indefinitely. If she had any hopes of graduating college, this situation certainly didn't help things in that regard. But
I don't get why you was in college and wanted to be a corn star, bro.
Her head was in a different spot career-wise. Despite many online calling her a whore, slut, all the above, you gotta remember there's always gonna be a subset of gooners out there eager to simp. And Kendra's spicy video made her a hot commodity with these guys.
Damn.
While the woman had refused to make public statements initially, she eventually would come to a realization. That being, oh, I can turn this degenerate controversy into an online sex work.
She got no choice. She has no choice now. She has no choice now. She has no choice now. She has literally no choice now. Look at the DMs, bro, please. I'm gonna do it. Just give me a second. I got you. She got no choice.
I think it's normal.
Yeah, man, what else? She has no choice.
You know, college kids, they go crazy, they party, they do fun things and experiment. I think it's, you know, it's not...
Look at this nigga on the... Look at the nigga on the left. Look at the nigga face on the left, bro.
I think it's more shocking to other people not on campus than it is for the people on campus.
Those following the library gooner girl.
Oh my god, bro. That nigga face killing me, bro. Why does she have fans? Because niggas like the stroke. Niggas like the stroke, bro. Niggas like the fucking stroke. Niggas like the stroke, bro.
Because outside of Mia Khalifa's hijab thing,
did you just say Mia Khalifa? He
said. I think she kind of just stumbled into this.
How have you been since? I mean, for the last couple of months, how have you been feeling?
She on the news. Why is she on the? Why is she on the news? Why is she on the news, bro? Why is she on the news, bro?
It changes every day, but at first I was just upset and sad and stuff like that, and now it's more excited for my future and everything that I have coming to me. So
yeah, excited. She's excited for her future.
Emotions that goes up and down.
She's excited.
For you.
Was this
She's excited. She's excited.
This is something that's always been in the back of my mind that I would dream about, but I pushed it away because I was always told, you know, you're supposed to go to college, get a degree, and get a good job with your degree, but I thought I didn't want to go that route. I always wanted to be a model. I always wanted to model.
She excited to make more shit, bro.
Like that. And,
she got no choice now. Lucky I feel.
Because I knew that there's a lot of girls that try so hard to get into it, and it's very hard for them to, you know, find the door.
Is she doing it right now? Was she doing it right? Did you see how she was moving?
As a consequence for the library girl video. In September, Kendra pled guilty to a misdemeanor charge and had to pay a $1,000 fine. Yeah. Kendra's gooning didn't ruin her life at all. Rather, it made it better in just about every way imaginable.
No shit, yeah.
An unfortunate exception to the rule. The publicity surrounding Kendra's videos served as a launching pad for an extremely successful career as an adult star.
This is the next Bonnie Blue.
Popular in the industry to this very day. She has millions of followers across various platforms.
It's crazy. Is that Cartman with? She got a fucking. Yo. But what the fuck? 1.1 million followers. 1.1 million followers. She has literally turned this shit around, bro.
Platforms and still refers
life
to
is not
as library girl almost a decade after the incident.
She got
She's
money.
pretty much stayed out of trouble since the video debacle, with the exception of a recent arrest related to an alleged marijuana possession charge, but who really gives a shit?
Nobody,
Illegal
bro.
gooning arguably made this woman a multi-millionaire, but she got lucky as another library gooner wasn't so fortunate.
What? How? Bro, and that's such a bad look. Cause niggas gonna be like, shit, if she can do it, I can do that shit too. What the fuck?
Begins with mysterious reports of a young
niggas ain't gonna want to go to college.
Herself live on camera.
Niggas ain't gonna want to go to college, bro. Niggas ain't gonna want to go to college.
CBC News was made aware of this potential Kendra copycat and launched an independent investigation. They alleged the woman went by the scream name Lil Secret and operated on the adult streaming site MyFreeCams. Her location was discovered after CBC cross-referenced images of the library with the footage captured during her live streams.
Yo.
Public library.
Okay, C1, I know, bro. I seen that. Bro, you know, one nigga said they would rather watch the Love Island rather than the NBA Finals.
These recordings
crazy
where
to
a
me, bro.
child
I ain't
can
gonna
be
lie.
seen stumbling upon this woman, which is extremely disturbing to say the least. She allegedly hit other libraries in the area and even reportedly gooned inside of a Tim Hortons. While her identity was a secret at first, the CBC unmasked her, exposing her as 21-year-old Alexandria Mora. The woman turned herself into police soon after being exposed by the media. While she initially planned to plead not guilty,
Lag. Yo, what's up with my lag, bro? It's like, niggas really don't feel from Courage the Cowardly Dog. Y'all niggas be sweating God, y'all think y'all so funny. We back? All right, let's get back to the video, bro.
Seems she eventually gave up her defense and took
Nigga has his
accountability for
Temu
her
leaks
gooning
open.
In
Yeah.
June, news outlet Windsor Star revealed that the woman had been given 12 months of probation and had to pay a
I was favoring the biz I seen yesterday. No, it was like the little Roblox games. I was favoring it before I click off.
Offender. When questioned, her lawyer Patrick Ducarme said she dealt with it, she admitted it, she identified herself to police. She suffered a lot of public embarrassment because it truly did go viral.
What?
Yet another example of how unregulated gooning can have serious ramifications. Anthony Weiner,
I like jorking it in the
Gooner
comforts of my room.
Politicians being weird sex pests is nothing new. You might even be tempted to say that allocating a chapter telling the story of a Gooner politician is redundant or passé. Well, my rebuttal, Anthony Weiner. Anthony was a terminally bricked up Gooner politician.
What?
Whose surname—
Why does he look like that one psycho nigga? The one nigga that, what's his name? The nigga that, it was like from a movie or a series or some shit. He was like a fuck. I'm listening. Slappy the dog? No, not fucking Slappy, nigga. Talking about he Die Hard. Maybe. Maybe. Is it Die Hard? Is it Die Hard? Why is my fucking shit not lagging, bro? He does look, but no, it's somebody else. Not from Die Hard. It look, he do look like the nigga from Die Hard. But no. It was like, he was a psycho man. He was a psycho man. It was this girl that he fucked with. Joe. That might be him. That might be him. It might be him. It might be him. It might be him. Oh my God, Switch Pride. It might be him. Yeah! Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Joe. That nigga Joe, bruh. He look a little bit like Joe, bruh. If that nigga stops smiling, you can see what I'm talking about.
Just so also happened to be his favorite body part.
How does he look like Joe? You gotta understand niggas' facial structures a little bit more. Not even close. Yeah.
Sadly, the guy with the wiener name,
you gotta really see it, bro. Yeah, you don't really get comparisons like me. It's cool though. It's cool.
Gooning and extremely disturbing activity. Wiener destroyed his career in historically degenerate fashion.
It's cool, bro.
Let me just reiterate to my wife how sorry I am that I did these things, and how sorry I am to the people that got these messages for any.
I like he thought of that too, though. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. He don't obviously he don't look like him completely, but he got, you feel me?
Elected as Democratic congressman for New York.
I think it's really the nose. It might be the nose for me.
Erected legislation
Mr. Wiener is so crazy. I'm not gonna hold you.
Penetrated party lines to pass bills that helped to
Mr. Wiener is
as America's
insane,
underdogs. As a young politician, he was groomed by Chuck Schumer and went on to spend a great deal of his tenure working to improve public housing, cleaning up New York, and stopping crime.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, Anthony had a team of at-risk teenagers commissioned to remove graffiti around the city that he proudly referred to as Wiener's Cleaners.
What?
While all of this is admirable, I think what's even more impressive is that Anthony made it this far in life essentially with the last name Penis. I'd imagine the childhood bullying incurred from having a phallic last name like this would doom a lesser individual. But Wiener,
like you said, Mr. Bean's son, he do like Mr. Bean. He do like Mr. Bean, bro.
Wiener was not without his flaws. See, Tony had a bit of a gooning problem. On May 27, 2011, as President Obama was in the White House signing an extension to the Patriot Act, Anthony Weiner uploaded a truly bizarre photo to his Twitter. It was a crotch shot of a seemingly bricked up white guy in some boxer briefs. And the post was reportedly directed to the account of a 21-year-old Washington University student named Jeanette Cordova. The photo was up only very briefly and was quickly deleted, though some people did see it. In the wake of the post, Anthony took to social media to laugh it off, saying that he had been hacked or that someone was playing some sort of prank.
Look how he looking, bro. Is that his lawyer that he's looking like? Save him, bro. Save him or he gonna do the same. Save him, bro.
Saying that he had been hacked.
He begging for her to save him, bro.
Playing some sort of prank on him.
A photo of an anonymous man's bulging underwear. The lewd picture, immediately deleted.
I think that's the girl.
Was sent to
the girl that he sent it to.
College student, but also available to the public to view on
Twitter. I think that was two different people.
His New York home Monday, Weiner, an outspoken liberal Democrat, insisted to CNN it was the work of a hacker.
I was hacked. It happens to people. You move on. This is a prank, not a terribly creative one, and it's a distraction. Look, you know.
You know what? Oh my God, this is gonna be a fucking crazy pull, and some of y'all little niggas ain't even gonna understand it. Oh my God. Do y'all know the YouTuber Moosecraft? If you don't, bruh. Yes, bro. You know the YouTuber Moosecraft? Moosecraft? Everyone does? Bro. Okay, look at this nigga, right? I'm about to pull up this nigga Moosecraft real quick. I'm about to pull up this nigga Moosecraft real quick for y'all niggas, bro. Oh my God. For the niggas that don't know. Damn. Let me get a good ass video. Let me get a good video. This nigga right here, bro. This nigga right here, bro. This dude right here, bro. Yo, I forgot about him. I used to watch all his videos. I used to watch all his videos. Bro, I don't know if y'all know his FNAF. It was like he did this FNAF series. He did this like a FNAF series where it was like him and a nigga named J Bull. But they used to go. That shit was crazy. That shit was so hard, nigga. Oh my God. Yeah, he was fun. He's funny as shit. He's funny as shit. He shut that shit. Shut your mango tango. Yes, bro. Yes, Mango Tango. Him, Mango Tango, Moosecraft, Unspeakable Gaming, fucking J Bull, some other nigga. It was another nigga. What? Oh fuck! It was so many of them, and this shit was that, bro. That time of my life was so peak, bro. That time of my life was so great. I'm not gonna hold you. Best time of my life, bro. Oh my God. Pat 2. Dan TDM, hell yeah. I'm talking about like niggas that did like role play. I'm talking about like role play Minecraft YouTubers. We got a mile from Mango Tango. Yeah. Oh my God.
You've got the Republicans who are
Noob versus pro versus hacker. Yeah.
games with the deadline.
I might rewatch his videos, bro. How to create a portal in FNAF 4. That's what I'm saying. I might rewatch his videos right after this. Bro, after I get off stream, I'm rewatching this shit, bro.
Got sloppy in the middle of a gooning session and accidentally shared an image
What about
of
the
his cock
in real life
and balls
Minecraft
that he
movie?
meant
Yes,
to
bro.
send to one of his
Yes,
kittens
yes.
privately. While this photo wasn't all too
Yes,
crazy,
bro.
it
In
was
real life
only the
Minecraft was
tip
hard
of the
too.
iceberg.
I think that's what people wanted the
Journalists
actual
began
Minecraft
digging
movie to look
Anthony's
like.
activity, not buying his prank excuse. And what they would find was truly unhinged.
Nigga, you watch Alpha
Anthony, a married man, was gooning in sex.
He was married?
Chats with multiple young college-age mistresses.
I seen a single Alpha video. I wasn't really on Alpha. I don't even know how to say her name. Alpha. Something like that. I never really watched this shit like that. I seen her video. I seen her. I knew she exists, but
after photo, some of which are
what?
way too spicy for YouTube. In the wake of these leaked photos,
what?
many of which included his face in them, Anthony finally came clean, admitting he'd been engaging in sexting chats with what has been described as half a dozen women.
In addition, over the past few years, I have engaged
in
several inappropriate conversations conducted over Twitter.
Oh, okay. I've been saying her name wrong for my whole life then.
Women I have met online. I've exchanged messages and photos of an explicit nature.
He's over.
With about 6 women over the last 3 years.
Damn.
For the most part, these communications took place before my marriage, though some have sadly took place after. To be clear, I have never met any of these women or had physical relationships at any time.
What?
I haven't told the truth. And I've done things I deeply regret.
With the smoke
it's over,
out
bro.
There and mounting pressure from Democratic colleagues, Mr. Wiener.
It's over, bro. It's over for him, bro. Nigga said it's the Wiener roll.
Political scandals of the 21st century.
Oh my God.
To again apologize for the personal mistakes I have made and the embarrassment I have caused.
Nigga said. What in the bad nigga just said shut. Wait, hold on, let me turn it up for y'all.
Apologize for the personal mistakes I have made and the embarrassment I have caused.
Oh my God.
To my neighbors and my constituents, but I make it public to my wife Huma. I had hoped to be able to continue the work that the citizens
nigga said shut up, bro.
Elected me to do. And most importantly, that my wife
What do you
and I can continue to heal from
what do you say?
Elected me to do. And most importantly, that my wife and I can continue to heal from the damage I have caused.
He said, "Were you something her breast?" He says, "Were you something her breast?" Were you something her breast? I think that's what he said. You remember Think Noodles? Yes. Yeah.
I mean, Tony, you're the wiener guy. You can't
That
get
shit
busted
crazy,
for
bro.
something like this, man. Extortion, blackmail, take a bribe for Christ's sake. But sex stuff, your name is Wiener. You just can't do it. Bro was cooked from the start.
Unfortunately, the distraction that I have created has made that impossible. So today I am announcing my resignation from Congress.
Anthony's resignation is likely where you would expect this story to end. But this war was simply built different. When the fallout settled from the sexting scandal, Anthony actually tried to run for office again. This time,
oh my god,
of New York City in the 2013 race.
Yo, niggas is funny, bro.
First, this
Niggas is funny.
Disaster. Tony promised that he was a changed
Hip
man.
hip hooray!
From the scandal, Anthony was actually well liked when he was a representative. And since some time had passed since that scandal,
congratulations for SpongeBob.
Anthony by this point.
I'm glad these things are behind us. I
Behind
know
us.
that this was a very public thing
Behind
that
us.
we had happened to us, but by no means does it change the fundamentals of my feelings here, and that is that I want to bring my vision to the people of the city of New York. I hope they're willing to still continue to give me a second
Niggas, New York
chance.
don't care, bro.
He
That
made numerous public apologies.
New York
and
don't
his
care,
wife,
bro. They
remarkably
gonna let that
stayed
nigga
throughout all of this. Spoke highly of her husband, and it seemed like whatever demons Anthony had were now exorcised, and he was prepared to get back to business and take
New York do not give a fuck, bro.
Our marriage, like many others, has had its ups and its downs.
This is the worst up and down ever,
It took
bro.
a lot of work and a whole lot of therapy to get to a place where I could forgive Anthony.
They ain't get a divorce? Hell no.
Unfortunately
Hell
for
no.
Anthony, though, his past would come back to haunt him. When news of Anthony running for mayor became widely known, old ops started coming out of the woodwork.
The oppositions.
Unseen leaked photos alleging that Anthony had actually been continuing his sexting and gooning with women that
The
weren't.
nigga low-key got a bill, though.
After he had been exposed last time in 2011.
I don't fucking deal. Why is he posted up like this in his photo? Oh my god, this nigga's killing me.
An online gossip website called
Niggas killing me, bro.
released evidence
What?
suggesting Anthony had been
This shit
recklessly
is
sexting
not
more
tough,
women
nigga.
in 2012, sharing a never-before-seen image of a fully torqued.
Yeah, now he look like Joe. When he looking down, you can't really see the other half of his face. He look just like Joe, bro.
Wife Huma Abedin.
He look just like Joe.
Silent, speaking out for the first time.
Anthony's made some horrible mistakes, both before he resigned from Congress.
Nigga said, why his shit so small?
But I do very strongly
Still, bro.
believe that is between us.
Despite the new leaks, Tony's wife continued to support him, but the public had seen enough. Wiener's mayoral campaign flopped after these new allegations and images came to light, and he ultimately conceded the race to
It's
the
3
opposition.
inches? No, chill.
I am waging this campaign on a bet. And the bet is, at the end of the day, citizens care more about their own future than about my past with my wife and my embarrassing things.
Moosecraft is over, bro. It's over, my
Begin to see that this
nigga.
guy genuinely has a gooning problem.
It's over,
And
bro.
it's at this part of the
Moosecraft
story
is
that
done
things
for, bro.
actually
It's
start to
GG's.
get pretty dark.
It's
and
GG's,
extremely
Moosecraft.
perverse. Several years later,
That shit
in
over with, bro.
2016, Anthony Weiner would be back once again in the media, facing a third round of embarrassing sexual misconduct allegations.
what?
This time, though, a potential criminal element was at play. Weiner had been caught sexting once again.
What?
Dropping left and right, most of which included
Nigga.
post-workout thirst traps. Though this
Ni-
round had far
Nigga.
more explicit leaks than any before. And the most egregious of these
Wait, I'm
photos-
so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I gotta go. I gotta go back to the. I gotta go back to that picture. What the fuck are these poses, bro? Oh my God.
Leaks than any before.
Oh my
and the most egregious of these photos, Wiener had sent a picture of himself in his underwear with his infant son swaddled up napping next to him in the picture. While neither were nude or anything, it was still extremely creepy, inappropriate, and weird. This disturbing
nigga say he look like
SCP-096 for Wiener to be criminally investigated.
Chill, bro, chill.
Was there a child abuse element at play here? What was going on? The discovery of this image and continued sexting with other women proved too much for Anthony's ever-loyal wife to bear this time around, and she filed for divorce shortly after the allegations came up. But it only gets worse. In 2017, it was also discovered that Anthony had been sexting with a 15-year-old girl. This proved to
Nigga, you just don't learn. At this point, my nigga, what you need to do, you should have been done this, was quit the mayor work, just become a corn star. Your shit fucked up already, my nigga. Right now, at this point in your life, your shit is fucked up. You got no chance of living, my nigga. No chance of living. Even the corn community probably don't even want your ass. The corn star community don't want your ass, my nigga.
To be the final straw, and Wiener was
nigga, you might as well just become an OF model, my nigga.
Transference of obscene material to a minor. Wiener was sentenced to serve 21 months in prison for this. He was released in 2019 after serving 18 of those months.
Nigga said, I hope the black dudes in jail catch him like it.
Ultimately ruined his life in a way that few politicians.
It reminds me of actor Adrian Brody.
Can lay claim to.
Ooh, I know you're talking about.
Innocuous and humorous one about a guy named Wiener getting in trouble for being horny. But the truth of the matter was actually much darker and disturbing. After finishing his stint in prison, shockingly, in December 2024, Wiener actually floated the idea of filing to become part of New York City Council.
Stop, nigga.
Doesn't seem to
stop.
Anthony Wiener is a prime example of how sex addiction and gooning can
Stop. Why does he keep trying to come back to and like
the most absurd case
in the government, bro?
In terms of being brazen. This is the story of the Gooner judge.
I just farted like a motherfucker, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
One of society's most esteemed positions, only to be caught using toys and jerking off during court cases. In September of 2005, allegations hit the local Oklahoma media, claiming that Honorable Judge Donald Thompson of Sapulpa, Oklahoma, had covertly been masturbating while sitting at his courtroom bench for over 20 years. Well, he'd been a judge for 20 years, but he was at least doing this for like 4 or 5 years. In 2004, the judge retired, and that's when old courtroom employees and colleagues felt safe enough to spill the beans on Sapulpa's best-kept secret. Apparently, the judge
was he strucking this shit to the they would bring new material. They would bring new material every court case, and he would just
judge had been utilizing a penis pump in the courtroom. Beginning this advanced level gooning sometime around 2001. At first, nobody noticed. However, as time went on, the guy became less cautious and started pushing his luck further and further, and more would become aware of the disturbing activity. In 2003, a police officer reportedly noticed the pump device peeking out from the stand and took a picture of it when Thompson wasn't around. A former court reporter of his named Lisa Foster alleged that she had discovered a second backup pump. Judge Donald Thompson was a persistent pumper. So
doing it for the love of the game. Like,
it's alleged that the lascivious lawman secretly used one of the toys on himself during the adjudication of a fucking murder case that involved a child. As mentioned before, the man retired in 2004, likely thinking he'd get to pump away in peace for the rest of his days. But when witnesses of his conduct, notably court reporter,
sometimes it's really all it's the old niggas, bro. It's the old niggas.
Judge Thompson found himself facing felony charges and serious jail time for indecent exposure. On top of the crimes, an additional allegation was levied at the judge. A witness named Angela McClanahan admitted under oath that she had a sexual affair with the man despite his status as a married individual. She was brought in after the prosecution discovered photos of an unknown penis on Thompson's work computer, which they alleged she had taken. So not only was he a gooner, but an adulterous one at that. At one point in the trial, prosecutors actually suggested that Lisa Foster should look at the dick pic found on the work computer to confirm if it was the, quote, one that she saw in the courtroom, unquote. And in response to this suggestion, Judge Thompson's defense attorney said this.
Nigga say like Shaggy from live action Scooby-Doo.
It doesn't need to be a penis identity or penis lineup, unquote. I'm unsure if they actually ever made Lisa Foster play Match the Glizzy in court.
Match the Glizzy.
That's pretty insane.
What the fuck?
Things only got worse for Judge Thompson in trial.
You
Another
serious?
court reporter and former colleague of the judge, Jan Doolin, said that she had once stumbled across what appeared to be a gooning kit consisting of lotion and Viagra when she was cleaning out the man's office. Apparently, this guy's whole modus operandi was gooning, and he had advanced strategies and care packages at the ready to take care of business when he needed to.
Was the dip pump not enough?
Crazy accusations, the case started getting national news attention.
He had a wife, by the way.
On the bench, he apparently felt it necessary to use his penis pump.
You know, he wasn't just doing these things in traffic court. There's a couple of murder trials he was on.
If someone's life is in the balance, you're looking at life in prison, and this guy is playing around with a penis pump.
Judge Thompson used his device during 3 separate trials between 2000 and 2003.
When I stepped into the court, that nigga's funny as fuck, bro. This nigga's funny as fuck, bro.
I saw his penis.
One massive piece of evidence used to nail the judge down for his activity is actually quite disturbing. Court reporter Lisa Foster claimed that the disgraced judge had been using the pump during a trial in which a man had been accused of killing a small child. Well, this case was actually recorded by her personally, and when played back, the sound of the pump device can be heard on an audio recording she captured. It's just whirring away in the middle of the trial. This testimony
don't play it, bro. Please, please, bro.
Needed to win the case. Ultimately,
please don't play it.
Was convicted and sentenced to
please don't play the sound, bro.
Crimes, in addition to having to pay $40,000
please don't play the sound, bro.
Even after leaving prison, the man's life would continue to go downhill.
My God.
The Oklahoma news outlet News 6 reported in 2011 that he had been arrested 3 times since his release from prison. Angela McClanahan, the woman who had been brought in as a witness during the 2005 trial, was
he looked like somebody, bro.
Against the guy for
he looked like somebody. Who am I thinking of, bro?
Beaten up by her new boyfriend after he was caught staring through her bathroom window.
Oh,
this
hell
guy is
no.
a gooner for life, I guess. He was again arrested for staring at McClanahan through a pair of binoculars.
Trevor, but it's gotta be Trevor. It's
injury. The Oklahoma
it's somebody else too. It's somebody else who I swear to God.
Not receive any retirement benefits.
The dude from Saw.
To say that gooning.
Maybe I'm gonna check it out.
Today, the High Court said Thompson violated his.
Maybe villain from Saw. It might be. I might check it out. It's probably who I'm thinking of. He just looks so familiar.
Well,
he looks so familiar.
I hope this video serves as a warning. It's okay to dip your toes into the gooning pool.
The guy from WWE. Wait, what was his name though? What was his name? What was his name? What was his name? Wait. What was his name? Cause you might be right. That might be who I'm thinking of. Who the fuck was it? What was his name?
You never
he has the same like this. I know he has the same shit.
Because as you're now very aware, gooning can ruin your life.
Brock. Is it Brock? Brock. It's Hulk Hogan. Brock don't got no listening. Wait. 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 It might be. This is. I think this is what I think this is what I'm thinking of, bro. Oh my god. I think Hulk got like a more longer. He got a longer face than Donald. He got a longer face than this nigga.
You never want to let your life get consumed by it, because as you're now very aware, gooning can ruin your life. I want to give a major shout out to the patrons. I appreciate.
Nah, bro. Oh my god. Hey, bro, knitted, this shit was hard. I fuck with this, bro. Nah, this shit was hard, bro.
Listen, I know that's just the song for to tell, but like, fuck off. Just let me talk for a second. It's kinda hard to explain all these things I wanna say, so I'll say them all today, right now. I wish I had a reason to live right now. I'm just waiting and it will never come around. Just tell me what I did wrong. I promise I'm not still the same one. Tell me some love comes before the love of another, but I just agree, I hate myself until you don't. I need someone else to let me know my worth, and I know that it sounds selfish,